What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great weekend, a very enjoyable Sunday, I hope. But I appreciate you all taking the time. This is not a live video. This is part of a series we'll be going through leading up to training camp, which begins. They'll be showing up on the 25th, first practice on the 26th, less than 2 weeks away. Let's go. But we're going to look at each position on the Eagles roster, break down the battles at each position, who the locks are, who's on the bubble. Then, of course, once the series is finalized, each position, I will break it all down, give you my projected 53. But we're starting it off with the quarterbacks. QB1 hanging out with us today. But love to hear your thoughts on this one, how you see this quarterback room shaking out. How many quarterbacks do you see the Eagles keeping? So let's go through this, get to know who's on the Eagles roster. So that's essentially what this is for. You're going to get to know every player at each position. Let's go. Now, we've got 4 guys competing here at the quarterback position this offseason. Now, last year, it was Reed Sinnett and Carson Strong, and you had Gardner Minshew rather than Marcus Mariota. So 3 different quarterbacks behind Hurts. You know, we claimed Book after training camp last season, so he'll actually have an offseason with the Eagles under his belt now. Tanner McKee, he was drafted in the 6th round. So, look, 2 completely different quarterbacks there. Mariota, kind of the same skill set there as Hurts. Maybe not as good a passer, but fits the system. And look, I think it's an upgrade over Gardner Minshew there. So, love the addition of Marcus Mariota. I do believe that he will be the backup to Jalen Hurts. And then you see the guys battling it out. Got a little key there up to the top right. The green, those are my locks. Anybody in white you will see throughout this series is on the bubble. So Ian Book, Tanner McKee. And look, Ian Book, he was recommended by Tommy Reese there. And, you know, he has a relationship with Nick Sirianni. So that's why he was brought in. I think they're going to definitely give him a hard look. Just because you drafted Tanner McKee does not mean that he's going to be that third guy. And well, we don't even know if the Eagles will keep 3. So last year they did not. They only kept 2. And then they claimed Book. So essentially they did have 3. But again, we'll see how this thing shakes out. But right now it's going to be a battle between Book and McKee for that 3rd spot. So looking forward to it. You got McKee, who is more your prototypical quarterback here, 6'6", 231. And they talk about he can't run like these other guys. But I'll be honest with you. You know, he can use his legs, and I'm sure he's going to try to learn from these dudes. And, you know, Book, only 6 foot, but I love his skill set. You know, he's second behind Brady Quinn in passing yards and touchdowns there at Notre Dame. So you can see the experience, the age, height, weight, college of all these guys. I will be giving you all of that throughout this series so you can get to know. You see their numbers to the left of them there. So you will know who you're looking at. Hopefully you can come back to this, check this out during the season, and you can the offseason here and training camp and, of course, preseason coming up. So you'll know who's battling for what. I'll tell you at the end of the series who my 53-man roster is, give you that projection then. But we'll go through each one, and I'll give you this list at each position. So you see my locks were Jalen Hurts and Marcus Mariota. On the bubble, Ian Book and Tanner McKee. And look, they could do the same thing this year that they did last year, cut both of them, and then they could just go ahead and, you know, get somebody else and hope that, you know, one of these guys can land on the practice squad if someone else does not claim them. But we're going to find out a lot more in less than 2 weeks here, ladies and gentlemen. So love to hear your thoughts on the quarterback position here or whatever's on your mind. But I will continue pumping these out, maybe try to do a couple a day here. I let you know, but if you've missed any shows, I'm getting a lot of housework done, so I'm going to have to move the computer. Everything is going to be very wild here, but I'm going to get you ready for training camp. So if you got anything from this video, appreciate you hitting that like button, subscribing down below. You have any questions, comments, please feel free to leave those down there. Always down to talk some birds with you. Hope you're all having a great day, having a great weekend. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there. And as always, go Birds!